down the throat of that stuff. Or this stuff down the throat of that thing. Yeah, while it's running. Look at the lifters, or look at the rocker arms and make sure that they're rockering. Boys, we got another one. A 1977 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne. Pitiful. Pitiful. Because we're getting a vacuum leak around the gasket, so I ordered a new gasket, or the carb gasket thing. What is that, like 3/16 of an inch thick? I don't know. This luxurious 1977 Chevrolet can be yours for $49,95.95. Welcome to RCindustry. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and we've come to the conclusion that this thing needs a little more work. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to put a new carburetor on it, or a new manufactured carburetor, because that's the cheapest thing I could find to do. Because we're getting a vacuum leak around the gasket, so I ordered a new gasket, or the carb gasket thing. What is that, like 3/16 of an inch thick? I don't know. And when we spray around the throttle plate, that it revs up too, so we're leaking through both of those areas. And the other thing is when you run this thing at night and look at the spark plug wires, it looks like the 4th of July down there. So come along and let's see if we can get some plug wires on this and get a carburetor put on. Show you more. Okay, well, we got us some spark plug wires here, such as they are. So let's, well, there's instructions in there, but I don't guess we need those. Is there 8 of them here? They don't look like there's enough of them. Okay, well, maybe there is. Alright, well, let's see here now. Try to get one off at a time and change them out. Alright, show you more. I don't really know if there's a proper way to do this, but I know that these are bad. So let's just kind of go along the line here. Oh, come on, get off there. Mercy. How hard is that? Goodness gracious. Alright, so there's number uno. That's this one right here. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take this thing, and boy, them things are really cracked up. Okay, so let's, they seem to be about the right size, so let's just see if we can match one up here. Oh yeah, that's almost the same, so we'll throw this one over there, and then we'll just get rid of this thing. We don't need that anymore. Let's get this one put on. I guess this that must be the one that goes up at the top. Okay, here we go. Okay. Get this rounded back down in here. Put on to this. Okay, so I think you kind of get the idea here. So let me get all these put on, and we'll go from there. Show you more. Okay, well, I got them changed out, and here's kind of why I was, this, I put that around it because the boot is just cracked clear off, and it was shorting over to or sparking over to the exhaust manifold. But these say AC Delco premium silicone 8mm P1s. So, and as dry rotted as they are, I don't know that they're from original from this truck, but they are AC Delco, and they're just really dry. So anyway, I don't think I'm going to save these. You know me. I mean, I save about everything, but there's just not much. Just doing this, it just cracks into there. So there's just not much left of those. I think I'm going to throw those out. So with that, let's see if it'll start. I don't know. It may not start. Who knows? But here we go. Well, she ain't got no choke hooked up, nothing, and that's cold, so. But it sounds like it's running on all of them, but it's still popping a little through the carburetor. But you gotta remember, I haven't changed that carburetor or the gasket on the bottom of it, and that could cause some of that. There's been a lot of good comments on that short asking me what's wrong with it, and yeah, I'm aware that the cam lobe could be worn, exhaust cam or something, but it idles real nice until you get a load under it, and we know that the base plate is definitely leaking around it because you can spray some carb cleaner on it and it revs up, and also the throttle plate, that bearing, or that, it ain't got no bearing in it, but that's the collar where that goes through, that's worn enough that it moves up and down, and it's sucking air in there too. So I got to go down and get some gas for the lawnmowers. So let's just take this thing for a little spin, see if it runs any better, and we'll go by the auto parts and see if they got our carburetor in. Show you more. Well, we limped down here to the gas station, and the vacuum line had come off of the modulator down there. When I was messing around putting them spark plugs in, I must have jiggled that metal line that runs down there enough, it popped off, and the vacuum line down there is all rotted anyway, so that's something I need to change. But we only had first gear and reverse, so, and it wasn't running very good because it was leaking air, leaking vacuum. Yeah, well, whatever, you know what I mean. So anyway, let's see if it does any better. Oh yeah, she runs a lot better now. Here we go. Well, it's obviously still limping around, but I don't hear it. I don't hear the spark actually jumping to the ground up there on the plug wire, so that's a plus. They didn't have the carburetor at the parts store. Well, they had it. I picked it up. I got the gasket, but I opened it up in the store, and it was boxed in a 4-barrel carburetor, but it was a 2-barrel carburetor that was in the box, so that ain't gonna work. And yeah, it's still kind of, it may be that the cam is wore out in it, so I mean, it's easy enough to take it apart. I won't have to pull the heads off of it. So anyway, I think what we'll do next, we're going to wait and put the carburetor on it. If that doesn't solve the problem, then, because it has to have one of them anyway, then I think what we're going to have to do is pull the valve covers off of it and look at the lifters, or look at the rocker arms and make sure that they're a rockering, because if they're not, then that's going to tell us it's a cam, and we'll just have to go from there. All right, show you more. Well, there you have it. $84 worth of lawnmower gas. Well, I guess this goes, that's for the old Dodge. That's the gas can up under the hood, but still, I didn't put more than about maybe 2 gallons in that one. So anyway, pitiful. Okay, I just thought maybe I'd show you what I was talking about down there when it wasn't shifting. See, that just popped right back off of there. So I don't know why that is. There should be a little bracket that holds that over there, but that's probably rotted off, and this thing here is in bad shape. So I got a new piece here. Let's see if we can stick that on there. Like so. Yeah, I wish that would bend over there a little bit, because that is not how much, it's got too much of a, there, let's see if that works any better. Well, not really, but there. At least it's not got any tension on it now where it'll fall off. And this thing here, she's bad. All right. Well, one thing fixed. Let's see what else we got. Show you more. All right, so before we get too carried away with pulling valve covers off and before we put the new carburetor on, I'm going to take some of this here seafoam stuff, because this does all kinds of things, cleans and lubricates and, you know, all that. And we're going to put some good old Type F Ford transmission fluid in there with that. That ought to be enough. And we're going to start this thing up, give this thing a little shake. Like that. And we're going to start this thing up and we're going to shove down the throat of that stuff, or this stuff down the throat of that thing. Yeah, while it's running. You got to keep her revved up. We used to do this all the time when we'd pull vehicles out of storage when I was in the military, because that's the first thing they do is the valves would stick. So, and we know that this thing's been setting for several years, so let's just see what happens. All right, here we go. Nothing else, we killed some mosquitoes in the neighborhood. Well, it's looking more and more like a cam lobe, but we got to replace the carburetor anyway, so we're going to wait until we replace that carburetor, and then we'll go from there. Show you more. All right, so let's take this thing off and get ready to put that other carburetor on. Should be here this afternoon. Show you more. Man, I believe she's going to storm, guys. Look at this. He's coming in from the southwest there. I don't know. Maybe a tornado or something. Now, if you look back in here, we talked about this before, but the little rod, this doogie whopper right here, get that out of the way. Why, that thing is supposed to be down in there, something like that, going up and down, and it ain't. So, what I thought we would do is see if we can get that off of there and put that back up, because the spring is still in there. You know, that spring that gets, you know, moves around when it gets warm. So let's see if we can get that off of there. Oh, man. Yeah, or not. Let's stuff a rag down in that before we get too much further. I'm going to take one of Granny's old tablecloth napkins here and shove down in these holes. You know, keep the aprons out or something, probably. Alright, now, I ain't sure, but that ought to come out of there if it wasn't for the fact that it's stuck. Let me think about that a minute. Show you more. Well, after tapping around on it, I got it open. And that spring and everything is still good in there. So I'm thinking that's all we needed right there. So let's just put this back on there. And we'll pretend that, nothing ever happened. Look at that. Just like brand new, baby. While I was in here, I noticed something else that I want to show you. If I didn't know better, I'd say I'd worked on this one before. I noticed there was some antifreeze, you know, kind of seeping around down in here, and it seems to be coming out right in here. But if you look right there, there's a crack all the way across that. And if you do a little further research down over here on the side, you'll see that they put some JB Weld in that. So I don't even know if I can get this off of here, but we're going to need a new one of these too. So any of you got one of them out there, let me know. All right, well, let's do a little comparison here. First of all, we can take this tag off of here. This is the remanufactured one. I'll stick that in the glove box. Caution. We got to take the fitting off the back here. And this one doesn't have a port in the back because it's not supposed to have on this truck anyway, so we won't have to worry about that. And then on the side here, I guess we got to take these two doogie whoppers off and put them on here. And then on the front, let's see if we got anything to do on the front. No, there's our PCV valve, whatever doogie, and yeah, I think we're good to go there. This one had an extra one. And we got our vacuum port right here for our, or is this the one? No, this one, well, I don't know. One of these is going to be a ported one for the vacuum advance. So I think this is the one we were using before. So anyway, yeah, let me get that switched around. Oh, and here's the old, just so you can see this. This is the old gasket, and really it almost looks like it was not sealing right there. It appears to be sealing on the back, on the underneath side, but this part right here, I don't know. You tell me. All right, let me get this thing ready. I'll show you more. Okay, well, newsflash. The new rebuilt manufactured carburetor that came from O'Reilly's is supposed to have these on here, but we can see that it does not. So they ordered 2 more of these carburetors in, so I'm going to box this one back up, put it back in here, and take it back. And then we're going to open them all up in there, and we're going to see if we can get one that has all the stuff on it. I don't know. It's crazy. The other thing I wanted when I was there was one of these clips, because I'm always losing these and robbing them. Well, you can't buy these anymore apparently either, but they come a kit, this little Dorman kit, and has all these little things in there, and it has 2 of these in it. So anyway, I guess that's how you got to buy them too. Show you more. Okay, so what we wound up with here is these little doodads here that will screw in to the appropriate places and take place of this and that. So I'm going to get that together and get the fitting put on the back of this, and we'll get this new carburetor setting up on there, and let's see what happens. Show you more. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this up on here. Pull this thing out of here. So we'll set that carb gasket up on there. Looks like that ought to work. Now we gotta set that carburetor up on here. We gotta hook this into it. We gotta hook that into it. And then we're at the mercy of the rebuild gods. We hope that they got everything right. So I guess we'll find that out here shortly. That's on there. Get this hooked up back here. Oh, I got this little Jesus clamp here. Let's see, let's put this bolt in there first. Well, no, I guess we better make sure this is threads on there first. Okay, there's that. And this little tucker here goes on that. Okay, well, I think I figured out what was going on. I had this thing on that spring, that heat sink spring, the wrong direction. So now, I should be able to put that on there like that. Pop this on here, like so, just like that. Now, as that warms up, it'll move that up. So, there's that. Now, tighten that down. Let's make sure I tightened this vacuum line down back here. Yep, okay. Okay, well, let's see now. We've got that on there, but it ain't tightened down, so let's tighten this down. Okay, get this snug down a little bit more here. There's that. Let's hook this thing up here. I don't know if it's good or bad. Yeah, it's good, so that's good. Tastes like crap. Alright, let's put this on here because this hose is kind of, it just ain't tight on there, so I don't know whether it should be or not, but I would think it would leak some vacuum in it. And we want to pull all of them fumes the best we can out of that engine. That on there, that's on there. Oh, we gotta put this on here. Okay, well, I got me a file here. Didn't like much. Let's see how that goes. Oh, yeah. That'll work. Now, what did I do with that little Jesus clip? I've got another one. Okay, well here's the ones. This is the one that came off of it. But here's the ones that were in the glove box. These are the ones that were supposed to be. That's handy. Let's put these on here. Because there's two of them there. You know, in case you lose one. Sorry for all the lawnmower noise. This is the mowingest neighborhood I've ever lived in. We're going to have to bend that a little bit. Because if you remember on the other one we had to bend it, so let me go get a wrench. Show you more. Okay, let's see if we can tweak this over just a little bit. Now we got the air plate. See if we got any leaks. Show you more. Now you watch that while I'm turning it over and you tell me if it leaks any. He's beginning to warm up now. Well, as you can see, it's still kind of popping there a little bit, but it's not doing as much as it was. So I wonder if us pouring that sea foam and that transmission fluid through there might have loosened up some of them sticky valves. I don't know. It may still be a camshaft. I don't know. Let me know what you think. That's probably going to end the video for today. I don't know. I'm going to take and drive it a little bit and see if that goes away. It certainly starts and runs a lot better. I mean, I can tell that. So, and this carburetor is at least all there. It may not be adjusted properly. You just saw me adjust it. I know about enough to mess it up. So, anyway, don't forget about the No Name Nationals up here. If you haven't subscribed to any of the folks that are trying to get their 500 subscribers, be sure and do that. Also, don't forget that we're going to be going on power tour, hopefully with this bluebrown over here. And if we can get it to run a little bit better, and I got to get the tires put on it and the wheels and all that stuff. So maybe we'll do that the next one. I'm not sure. And we've also got to get the old brown bag over here running too. So we got a lot going on. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed. We're past 3,800 subscribers. I mean, 2 years ago I had 200 or maybe 300. I don't know. And I've had a YouTube channel for like 16 years. In fact, my 16th year anniversary was last month. So yeah. So the last couple of years, you guys, have really started, subscribing, and it's pretty interesting, some facts on the analytics of YouTube. So anyway, I know there's only about 94% of you that watch that are subscribed, so I'd ask you to reach up there and hit that subscribe button and get a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it. I don't care. you know. But I like all the comments you guys leave on the shorts. We've been doing a bunch of shorts on this, and my son's truck, I've been working on it. He's got the 72 Dodge, and anyway, yeah, I appreciate all that. It's nice. You guys out there know all about these vehicles. So I want to say another special thanks to Curtis Canary down there at Canary's Hot Rod Garage for helping me out last week with this thing. He helped me set the timing on it and some stuff like that. So yeah, good people. So with that said, I guess we'll just slam the door on prices here, and we'll catch you the next time. And remember, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. Run, Tallulah, run!
Hi, baby.